Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to Bus211. Today, we are going to look at currencies and transaction risks. For each international sale, the exporter and the importer must agree on the terms of trade and the terms of sale.
However, there is one more issue for the exporter and the importer to consider.
The currency that will be used in the transaction.
That's right. While the exporter and the importer have several options, they must agree on a currency, based on the advantages and disadvantages of each possible alternative.
That is so interesting.
Is he being sarcastic? Today, we are looking at the money side of things. Buying something in the high street is simple.
Both the buyer and the seller understand what currency they are dealing with. And there's an understanding as to what the rules of purchase are.
But things can get complicated when buyers, sellers and intermediaries are located in different countries, each using different currencies.
If you are doing business internationally, you will soon appreciate the importance of knowing something about money and transaction risks. You are going to want to know about currencies and how buyers and sellers agree on a type of currency. Exchange rates matter, as do the methods businesses use to manage their risk to changes in an exchange rate.
Because, think about it. If your currency suddenly devalues against the currency used by the seller, there's less that you can buy.
This may not be a problem with one-off purchases. But imagine if your business relies on a regular supply of something from overseas. What can you do to manage your exposure to exchange rate fluctuations? It is also helpful to know a little about the documentation and permissions you need if you want to export items to other countries.
In this workshop, we look at the currency used in a sales contract. We consider exchange rates and look at what you can do to manage your exposure to transaction risks.
We are also going to look at international banking institutions and then look at documentation requirements and invoices. We wrap up by looking at import and export documents as well as transportation documents.
Right? So once again, we have some extra stuff to take a look at.
We begin with pre-workshop materials looking at foreign exchange and then explore purchasing power parity. This stuff is really quite useful. But the piracy interactive graphic is the interesting bit.
Shiver me timbers.
Oh, do grow up. Okay, we are done. I'm off to look after this silly sod.
As always, if you have any questions, email a workshop facilitator.
Toodaloo.